Alrighty, what is going on, everyone? I got kind of a mess here. Let me move some stuff out of the way. We're here to talk about watches. I'm not sure why the number 9 coin is out, but that's okay. So I just got back from actually running to my girlfriend's house to check on her cat that might have gotten outside. I don't know. She is in Mexico on vacation with her girlfriend, and we're here today to talk about this Hamilton Khaki Field Mechanical in 42 millimeter. And I brought out a couple of other ones just for size comparisons. So let's just start with the size comparisons. We'll do things a little backwards. I actually was carrying the Shark Nivco in the pocket today. This is an older, kind of earlier model Ryu that just came back from Spa. Completely refinished the surface, added the logo to the blade, sharpened it up, tuned it up. Better than brand new. So anyway, back to the watches. So what we've got here is we've got a 40 millimeter, the Rolex Air King, a 42 millimeter Hamilton Khaki Field Mechanical. We'll get into that. And a 43.5 Planet Ocean from Omega. This was my first luxury watch purchase at an AD, brand new, and I love it. I don't wear it all that often anymore just because I have bought yet other ones from my AD, and I've got the ceramic 45.5 millimeter that I wear way too much, way a lot. And then the Rolex Air King at 40 millimeters, which was my, I don't remember the timing. I'd have to look at which I bought first, the Air King or the Omega. And I think I bought the Omega and then I got the Air King, maybe backwards. I don't remember. Doesn't matter. We're here to talk about the Hamilton anyway, right? So I've done a video on this watch in 38 millimeter just, I don't know, a month-ish ago. When I was doing that video, I talked about how it was a cool watch, but it was just too small for me at 38 millimeter. So my buddy Craig, who I've known for many years now, said, hey, dude, I'm going to send you my 42 millimeter Khaki field watch. I was like, dude, that would be awesome. And yes, I like this very much. It's got a bead blasted stainless steel finish. I mean, it is stainless steel, but it has a bead blasted finish is what I'm trying to say. And it kind of gives it that titanium look. Okay. This is not titanium. You can tell by the weight. This comes in at 5.4 ounces, sized almost for my 7.25. I wish it had more micro adjusts, but we'll talk about that in just a moment. But yeah, 5.4 ounces. You guys can do the math on the grams because I just didn't do the conversion. And my scale does ounces, not grams. I'm not a drug dealer, so it weighs ounces, okay? Sue me. This one is really cool. I love a white dial watch, as you can tell. I really like this other white dial. But if we kind of zoom in here and look, very similar in the white dial-ish. This one, the Hamilton has a little bit more of a patinaed lume, and I'll give a lume shot here in a little bit. It's not stellar. It's okay. Nothing to write home about, but it's okay. So this is a mechanical watch, okay? Unlike these other two examples that I have here that are automatics. We can't really see inside of the case back of that one, but this one you can. So the part here, if you're not familiar, and you probably are if you're watching my channel, but this half moon shaped part down here is the rotor. So as you are walking around, working in your office, working on your car, mowing the lawn, whatever, it is going back and forth, counterclockwise, clockwise, it doesn't matter. Any direction that the rotor turns is winding the watch. So if you were to wear this all day, every day, take it off to sleep, take it off to shower, whatever, put it back on, you would never have to wind it. It would always be winding itself constantly. A mechanical, that's an automatic watch. A mechanical watch basically is the same movements, but there's no rotor. This has a solid case back, so we can't see inside, but there is no rotor. So as you're walking around, mowing the lawn, eating, whatever you're doing with your hand, this is not winding itself. It will stop running after about 80 hours. I think I saw somebody on the internet that had theirs run for 84 and a half hours with this same exact movement. Okay. This is the Hamilton H50. It's the same movement that was in the 38 millimeter. So this one must have a spacer of some sort to fit that same movement in this bigger case, which is totally fine. It's done all of the time. There's always a movement holder, something in here to hold the movement in the center, right? That's normal. Sometimes it's just a bigger spacer or a holder because the movement is smaller and the watch is bigger. So it's fine. It doesn't matter. However, as we saw on my last video, you can overwind this watch. If you get to the spot right here where it stops winding, let go. It'll cost you $250, $300 to ship this to Hamilton, have it completely serviced and the movement rebuilt. Ask me how I know, watch my old video. Okay, which I'll put a link up here in the corner to the 38 millimeter version. I love this one. I think it's really cool. I did wear it today. Craig sent it on a couple of different straps. This one is a kind of an elastic strap with a deployment buckle. He also sent an Uncle Seiko bracelet that I did not put on. I switched it from this that it came on to the original factory one. I wish it had more than just 2 micro adjusts. 2 micro adjusts to me is just lazy. And now that I'm saying that, I bet you if one was so mechanically inclined, you could just drill out a couple of more holes on either side. That really wouldn't be that difficult to measure out and just punch your own little tiny holes. I've got a complete drill index set. I could figure out what size this is, and I could punch new holes. Sure, it's not my watch. I'm not doing that. And I think manufacturers, if you're going to put 2, you might as well put 3. If you're going to put 3, you might as well put 4. Then there's no problems. Because this is sized roughly for my wrist. If I zoom back out. But it is a little bit looser than I like. I can almost turn it around. I could take out another link. But again, it's not my watch. I was trying to do it easy. I took out 1 link per side and it fit like this. If there was another micro adjust, I'd tighten it up 1 micro and it'd be fine. But because this is not my watch, I didn't really try to center the clasp or anything like that. I just took out 1 link aside so that I could put them back in, and I have them over here. This is a split pin design, which is kind of cool. I like screws, but a split pin is also cool. You can see here on the bracelet, these arrows. You push the pin in this way, pull it out, add or remove a link, put it back in, and away you go. So it is kind of a cool way to do it. It's better than pin and collar, easier to change and whatnot. The Omega has screws. You just unscrew it, screw it back together. That's my preferred method. Put a little bit of Loctite on it, and you're good to go. All right, so anyway, I've rambled now for like 9 minutes. It's a 42 millimeter. It's a 42.4 millimeter lug to lug, 22 millimeter lug width. This standard bracelet from Hamilton tapers down to 20 millimeter. The overall thickness is 10.6. That's where the mechanical watch has the advantage. I don't have the measurements on me right now for the Air King or for the Omega, but you can see it's much thicker because you have to accommodate room for that rotor and that rotor assembly. This is a Planet Ocean. It is much thicker because, well, it's 600 meters, the movement, all of that. A lot of things play into that, but mechanical watches inherently are thinner, which is very cool. Okay, the very slightly domed sapphire crystal, 50 meter water resistance, 80-hour power reserve, 6.5 millimeter crown. It's almost a little small, but it fits the watch. This is just a push-pull. There is no unscrewing the crown and popping it out. You just pop it out and it hacks the movement, pop it back in, and it starts it. Okay? Once you pull it out, you can then adjust the time, chink, 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 and then off you go. And now it's totally off time, but that's okay. I'm going to put the original bracelet back on. I'm going to size this again for Craig, and I'm going to put it all back in the box and ship it out to him tomorrow anyway. So it doesn't need to be on the right time. All right, well, there you go, guys. What do you think? I think it's a cool watch. I like the 24-hour marks on it. I love the fact that there's no date. Let me try to give you a Lume shot of this. This is my new office, my new studio, and it's not as dark as my other studio. Now, while this is nothing to write home about, the Lume is better and more of it than on the Air King. The Air King has nothing on the numerals, anything like that. So, yeah. And for comparison, because we're here, how about the Planet Ocean, which is going to be superb because it's a full Lume dial on the Planet Ocean. Okay? So let me know what you think of the Hamilton. I think it's a cool watch. And as I'm dropping stuff around, I think it's a cool watch. Craig, thank you so much for sending it in. What do you think about the gray background? It's new. I'm just trying it out to see how people respond, how it looks to different watches, different knives, things like that. And my normal Sharpie for another size comparison, because what the hell? I've already wasted enough of everybody's time. What's another few seconds? All right, thanks, guys. Check out the 38 millimeter if you're interested to see how different that is to the 42. Thanks a lot, guys.